So you played the game a little bit. Talk about it.
I have played the game for up to about 2 hours, 15 minutes. I played Marshall College, all of Marshall College, and a little bit at the Vatican and at Giza, Egypt. And I absolutely love it, honestly. I mean, Indiana Jones is obviously really important to me. So just the fact that we're getting a new game is enough. But I do think that it's really satisfying. And it has a lot of like in a lot of ways they tried to think about what would be a great Indiana Jones game, not just recycling what Tomb Raider or Uncharted did, but they went in first person perspective, totally different. It makes it much more immersive, makes the level design more immersive, and it borrows like immersive sim elements a little bit like from Dishonored. I'm not sure if you ever played those games, but like that's
Sim
another
I know
series I
about.
like.
Sim I
Yeah,
know about. Dishonored I don't know anything about now.
yeah. So yeah, it borrows some of those elements, and there's just a lot of variety in the gameplay too. Like you have these huge open areas, um, and you have, obviously the fist fighting mechanics, but you have stealth and you have platforming, and there's going to be some big action set pieces and great cinematics too. Honestly, they showed us, well, I was one of the only people who got to it, but there was a really fun cinematic at the end of the gameplay demo where it was, Indy meeting the villain for the first time, and but the dynamic between the characters keeps going back and forth, and it was just really unpredictable and funny and suspenseful and just like a perfectly made scene from an Indiana Jones movie, and it really convinced me that this is a worthy installment, that this is a great Indiana Jones experience. Yeah.
Is this is on Xbox, right? Am I
Yeah, I guess the one that I played was on PC, but you had the option of controller, so I did play with the Xbox controller.
okay?
Yeah.
And it's been how long has it been since an Indiana Jones game has
Well,
come out?
the
It's been a
last
long.
one was technically in 2009, which was 15 years ago, but that actually, even that doesn't really count because the LucasArts game was canceled and they only released like these two sort of like ports, I guess maybe you would call it, by other companies that were just supposed to supplement it. Those were the only ones that were released, so they weren't even like satisfying, honestly. But the last like real one, you have to go all the way back to 2003. So it's been more than 20 years. Emperor's Tomb. Yeah, can you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Why you figure okay, so
Yeah.
if you look at Jurassic Park, right?
Hmm.
First, second, and third came out, and then the Jurassic Park universe was kind of just gone. And then
Yeah.
when Jurassic World started coming out, which was about 11, 12 years ago, since then there has been so much, not only just the movies, but there's that Netflix series, Chaos Theory, like for
Yeah.
kids.
Hmm.
And then there's all these video games and toys just to kind of keep people that awareness, the brand awareness. And Indiana
Yeah.
Jones is such a big brand. You figure they would release a game. I mean, with Star Wars, they do, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
They would release a game every 2, 3, 4 years at least. Why do you
Yeah.
think that is?
Yeah. I think you hit the nail on the head, because this franchise seems to really suffer from a lack of content that keeps the people interested, that generates interest in the young kids. I mean, we had a few things, obviously, over the years, like Young Indie, the last two movies that maybe weren't quite what people were expecting. And so maybe like Lucasfilm might look at that and be like, oh, I guess people aren't interested in Indiana Jones anymore. So they really focused like on Star Wars. But yeah, I agree. I definitely think that there should have been an animated series by now because it would be such a knockoff, such a obvious success, a grand
100%.
slam. Yeah.
Yeah.